Hello YouTubers, this is Matador. Today we are ranking the Super Mario series on home consoles. This is the Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary celebration video, the most impactful video game series of all time, and every single one of the titles in the Super Mario Bros. Series is a quality experience. So let's find out which one of these is the best experience on home consoles. First up, some honorable mentions. Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island is technically a Super Mario Bros. Title, but it's really the origin for another series, and that's the Yoshi series. Additionally, the Super Mario Maker games, both 1 and 2, were phenomenal. They brought community creations mainstream, allowed people to create their own levels and share them online, and we all had a blast doing this. Super Mario All-Stars and 3D All-Stars are really just collections of previous games, so we are isolating those previous games and not putting All-Stars on this list. Let's get to the rank. Number 13, Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. This game was initially only a Japan release, and it was Super Mario Bros. 2. These levels were seemingly increasingly difficult compared to the original SMB. So these types of levels still exist in all the Super Mario Bros. Series, but they're moved more towards special worlds at the end of the game for those truly advanced players who want to attack them, rather than ever releasing another really difficult game again. Number 12, Super Mario Sunshine. This GameCube game is really the only one that I didn't play all the way through because I didn't care for it personally. They replaced the traditional playstyle with this weird water pistol mechanic that became central to the entire game. It also introduced the much maligned character Bowser Jr., which not many people seem to like. And while this was an entertaining game, and I think there's a pretty decent niche fan base for it, it's just far too off base to be ranked any higher in the series. Number 11, New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Now, this game brought 4-player multiplayer to a Super Mario game, and that was brilliant, especially because this was on the Wii, which means families had the Wii. Everyone in 2006 and beyond had a Wii, and they used it for multiplayer mayhem like Wii Sports and Mario Kart. And this allowed them to play the traditional Mario Brothers style game with 4 players. It was 3D models in a 2D game, and it looked great. It was good fun. It was a little too easy altogether. Number 10, New Super Mario Bros. U. This is the sequel to New Super Mario Bros. Wii, except it's on the Wii U. Essentially, it was the same game, but crisper and cleaner because it was in HD, and it had brand new levels. It had some weird touchpad options where you could create platforms, but that was really hard to do solo. It really took like a second person or a 5th player to throw down those platforms, which actually were kind of problematic in the long run. But it did give us the flying squirrel suit, which was really cool enough to make it back into Super Mario Maker 2. And we got the absolutely amazing DLC Super Luigi U, which by itself, if we ranked it alone, would rank much higher. Number 9, Super Mario 3D World. This was recently re-released on the Nintendo Switch, but originally it was on the Wii U. This brought 4-player multiplayer action to a 3D Mario game for the first time. The problem was that the camera was locked a lot of the times in almost every level, and it made the controls and the depth perception kind of frustrating. And the levels were just far too linear for a 3D Mario entry where we're used to more open world environments. Bowser's Fury, however, in the re-release added more adventurous, free-roaming content with an unlocked camera. Number 8, Super Mario Bros. the original, the legendary start of the Super series. While not the first Mario Bros. Game ever, it is the origins of the Super Mario Bros., which really means it's where the power-ups and stuff began, the mushrooms and the fire flowers. And this game is something that everyone in the world should play, gamer or not, at some point in their life. It has had such a huge impact. Looking back, however, the controls on this are super rough. Feels kind of terrible compared to present day Mario's, but it is a stellar platforming experience and a key piece of history nonetheless. Number 7, Super Mario Bros. 2. This is a reskin of a Japanese game, Doki Doki Panic, which they skinned with Mario Bros. And then released it for the NA market as RSMB2 as opposed to the Lost Levels. So this was a dream world fantasy of Mario's, which was different enough to feel brand new and give players something new and interesting to latch onto for the Mario series, but it still retained a lot of the flavor from the original SMB. Number 6, Super Mario Galaxy. Galaxy brought the series into outer space. So traditionally platformers are all about jumping, and this game took that to another level, and that it made gravity and kind of physics more important because you could run around the center of these big planets while you're pulled to the middle. It was awesome, and it was mind-blowing the first time we all saw it. There were unique power-ups, there were really cool boss fights, and this game is just exceptional in every way. Number 5, Super Mario Galaxy 2. This is the sequel to Galaxy, which recreated everything great about the first entry and then added onto it. The story probably wasn't as interesting, but stories never really matter in Mario games. So this added some really cool new power-ups and obviously additional planets and levels, and it brought Yoshi into outer space with Mario this time for an enjoyable and a challenging experience. Number 4, Super Mario 64. Probably my favorite game growing up. The Nintendo 64 brought 3D worlds and non-linear gameplay to the Super Mario series. This game is flawless. It is served as the litmus test for every 3D platformer in history in the gaming industry ever since. If you play it now, the worlds feel relatively small and constrained, and it's not as open as we remember. Number 3, Super Mario Odyssey. The most recent game of the Super Mario series, this took the Nintendo 64 title and the Super Mario Galaxy title and sort of mashed them together. So Odyssey gave the player a spaceship and a sort of open world environment where each world or each planet was an open world by itself, but then also you could travel between them freely. You also had that really cool ability to possess objects or other enemies with Cappy, Mario's sentient cap. And it also had a weird online balloon mode, which wasn't that great, but it did add something to it. Number 2, Super Mario Bros. 3. This is the pinnacle of the original Nintendo Entertainment System's gaming. Super Mario Bros. 3 improved on the original SMB with brand new graphics and tighter controls, new power-ups such as the raccoon tail or the Tanuki suit. It gave us world maps where you could traverse from level to level in between them, and it gave us a proper sort of narrative where the kings were turned into animals and Mario had to turn them back with magic wands. This is one of the best games that's ever been made, period. And it was also featured in the Wizard film, which is a funny note. Number 1, Super Mario World. This game is untouchable. There was nothing else that could have been number 1. Super Mario World was a system seller for the SNES and for the SNES Mini recently because this game is pervasive through time. This is a 16-bit graphic game that brought exciting new abilities, most of which were actually kind of underused, and new power-ups, and it added Yoshi as a character. This is so good that an entire ROM hack community of creators centers around this game. Thanks everyone for checking this video out. Every one of us has a favorite Super Mario game, which speaks to the quality and the longevity of this franchise. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and check me out on other social media by going to my main website, MatthewHwood.com. Thanks everyone. Peace.